Hey gang, it's Paul back again. I have a lot of wonderful things to talk to you about, but this is kind of just a fill-in. I can't believe that we've been off the air for a few weeks now. Ever since our initial foray into life under the palms, I think it was going well, but it's very difficult to have Brad balance a really taxing job that gives him a not much relaxation, and kind of said, can we do a film today? Can we do a film today? Can we do a film today? He said, next week for sure. So he might do a cooking segment on Saturday. I'm hoping so. I went out in the garden today. I tell you what, the reason I'm naked is because I had to change 3 times. The clothes are all in the washer, and it's one of those days that it makes you kind of realize, look what we're just about getting into. I can't seem to take the Florida heat that well anymore. Whether it's the fact that I'm on different medications now because I'm having a little bit of recovery time. Oh, I didn't get to show you this either, did I? We were like, oh, this is the scar that the dermatologist made to remove my cancer from my chest. Yes, indeed. It's twingy like crazy, but it's healing. And I was a little bit, got that paranoid feeling like, did she get it all? Did she get it all? Did she get it all? And now I don't seem to be as concerned about it because I'm starting to get my energy back. But then I go outside into this crap, and it feels like it's just, somebody just popped the balloon, and I was deflated almost the next minute. I just don't know if it's post-op weakness. Probably is. But then, guys, I found out that I had a dentist appointment Thursday, and I already knew that I had an implant put in here because the tooth was crap. It was a root canal. It didn't take. It went bad, so I had to go to a periodontist. He ripped it out, and the same day he put in an implant. Oh, this was about a year ago, and my regular dentist wanted to have time for it to heal, and he was going to put a bridge over troubled teeth from one to the other. Well, that was all very well and good, and that's what I went into the doctor with the intentions of having him work on. Well, it turns out that I was having a twingy molar problem ever since a couple of Thanksgivings ago. When we were in Los Angeles, I woke up just horrible. I touched the side of my mouth, and whoa! It just hurt so much. So we were staying at Hollywood B&B, our lovely place on Hollywood Boulevard and Orange Grove, and it's 2 wonderful people, Sarah and Albert from Ontario, were there, and she just became my mom. And she said, "Let's see, Paul, if we find a doctor this is Thanksgiving morning now. Let's find a doctor who's open, and he can he can help you fix you up so you can recoup a little bit of your Thanksgiving feel." All right, Sarah, you can give it a try. Oh, excuse me. That's her middle name. Elaine. Her name was Elaine. She found one, and then she gave me the phone number. I said, "Where is this at? Would you like to take a guess who might be open to serve the needs of those that are well healed?" Beverly Hills. He's Dr. Maz Ibrahimi. What a great guy. He was a really super periodontist, and he worked on my bad tooth. What he did is he drilled through the crown that was on there, and he got to the root and was able to put more cement crap in there and fill it up. And this was now 11 o'clock on Thanksgiving morning. He didn't have any other place to go because he was going to Mom's for dinner. Figure that, and I thought, wow, what a guy. Of course, they said, well, we don't usually take your insurance. We don't work with that one. But you know what? They submitted it, and they took 25%, I think. So I thank him for everything, because they wouldn't have done that in southern Florida. We're just too, yeah, we're just too nasty here. You don't have the insurance, you pay for it. Oh, we take credit cards, but I don't want to put it on my credit card. Oh, it's okay. You'll get a nominal interest rate, but this way, doctor will be paid, and you'll have a better tooth. Yeah, but also have a huge bill. No, 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 no. Don't worry about that. You need help. Well, anyway, Dr. Ibrahim, he took care of me. I had a good rest of that Thanksgiving. Now, this is, mind you, a couple of years ago. So we went this past Thanksgiving. We were with our friends in New Orleans. So this is the December, January, March, April, May. So yeah, it's about a year and a half, and it just started to twinge again. So I went to Dr. Sovins, who's in Pembroke Pines, Florida. Good guy, very old school. Brad likes him. Several of his employees go to him, and I enjoy meeting him too. So he said to me, Paul, I think you're going to lose that tooth. I said, take it out. I don't care. I don't need it. Of course, I wasn't thinking all the ramifications, so that means I got to go back to his buddy, the periodontist here, get another implant put in, and then we have to wait a respectable at least 3 months to put this bridge, which we did know about, and then put a bridge in here. So ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. So I thought, oh, this is really not what I had in mind, but I was forced into taking care of it, because last Monday I started to get a nasty earache, and I didn't really put anything together to connect the dots, so to speak, but it looked to me like it was probably just maybe I had this ear when I had my car wreck, the airbag hit me in this ear and I shattered eardrum. Never was fixed. I just didn't. I have one ear. I'm monaural, homosexual monaural. So anyway, where was I going with this? So when I went to Dr. Sovins, I went into just get the cleaning and the usual. I was going to tell them that I was having some problems over here. I didn't connect the earache with it, though. Well, what happened was, evidently, and it's been happening, because I've been feeling kind of chilly when it's hot out, and I've been feeling hot when it's not hot out. Everything was all out of whack. I thought I was getting back the mononucleosis that I had back in 1989, which was a pisser. It really racked me for about a whole year, and I got involved with all these sick people from chronic fatigue syndrome, and wow, what their trip. Everything was, they had to strain all their foods, get all the gluten out, get all the processed carbs out, make sure they were using unbleached flour and brown rice, and I just fell in with that group. They ended up making me feel lousier just because they were so much into their narcissism in terms of their illness, and they never addressed the fact that a lot of it could be psychological, because they were such in a bed of pity here. Well, that only went so far for me, so I kind of extricated them from that, myself from that group, and not surprisingly, within 2 or 3 months, I start to feel better, because I wouldn't have the psychological component that I had before. So anyway, that's where I was going with this, and I've been taking some longevity capsules. It's supposed to basically work with the stem cells to repair DNA and slow or reverse the process that's going on in terms of the crumbling and the destruction of all the beautiful parts that make me so special. But you know what? I start to feel really good after about 2 weeks. Very, very much better. And I think it was because I am starting to get stronger again from the inside. A muscle man I'll never be, but I still feel pretty. This muscle's working well, and I'm coming up with the much expected one-liners like I used to do, and I'm coming up with just the wit that I lost, I thought, or names that I couldn't remember anymore. God, I was on a straight shot to Alzheimer's or something of that effect, senile dementia. And you know, guys, that I'm so freaking young, it's ridiculous. I make no bones about that. There's probably nobody, in this range of age that, or few that as goofy and teenage as I do. I don't care because it's not an act. It's the only time I really feel alive. So that's what we're doing. So I got to go back to Dr. Somas is coming Thursday, and he's going to discuss strategy. But he wants to know if I've been. Oh, he prescribed a week of amoxicillin for me 3 times a day. I hate to take antibiotics, but Moxil, I don't have too much trouble with it from the indigestion. Just a little bit, but not bad. I'm on my 3rd or 4th day now. It's going to be finished on Thursday when I go back to him again. Within the 2nd day, I did the 3 doses one day that I picked up the prescription, and took the 4th dose the next morning. The earache was gone. So I said, whoa. He was treating me for a bad crown with bacteria in it that probably was causing the pain. He didn't, and I hadn't told him at the time that I was having a bad earache, but look at the distance that you have from that tooth, that's right over here, to where the ear pain was. It's not very much, is it? And when I pressed down on here, whoa, that really hurt. So he has a direct conduit in the jawbone from there to there. Yeah, so so I don't end up like Jim Henson. I gotta get this fixed. Anyway, so that's what's going on. This is not a really, what would I say, a copacetic and relaxed spring season that we're heading into. There's a lot of shit going on. I mean, the government stuff is making me nuts. I'm trying not to focus on it, but it's still so ridiculous. And Brad is getting closer to retirement. You know, we keep saying 2 years, 2 years, you could do it, you could do it, you could do it. He's hating it. And I don't know really what to say other than he's actually facing something that's crummy. But I guess he's about 3 years younger than I am, and I know what it's like to get to that point where you're just about to say, "Screw you, I'm out of this." And I know he wants to say it almost every Monday morning when he gets up. But I noticed the last few Sundays they've been cranky Sundays because he's misdirecting frustration out on other stuff. And oh boy, and then we have Mother's Day coming up this Sunday. That should be a joy. Elaine will be harping and harping and harping on all those things that she does. So I might make a quick exit. I should take my own car so I can leave earlier. Then the 2 of them could just, pat each other on the back, say "Happy Mom, Happy Son." Because I'm just a foundling. I was found in the trash can behind their senior citizen complex, and they took me by the scruff of my neck and say, "We'll adopt you. Are you paper trained? Do you drink milk or water?" Yes, yes, no, and yes. So, that's going to be interesting this coming Sunday. So I'm healing better. I wouldn't be surprised if this amoxicillin isn't even taking of a little bit of the bacterial stuff that after they opened me up, because what happened with this cancer was all the way down to the rib bone, so they had to scrape the bones, and that's why it's hurting so much. It's a good thing I went in there and got that taken care of. This is 2 months already, almost. So guys, be patient. Life under the palms is it's all well and good, and it's ready to start serving you again, but just give us a little time to reorganize our brains. I just sort of came out of my cardboard box this morning. I started to feel better until I went outside. Now I'm back inside and I feel great. I don't know what Brad had into today. I know he had an early real estate closing at 8 o'clock. He had all the paperwork done. He usually leaves here around 8 or 8:10, so I guess he left this morning at 6. I was out after having been up most of the night with I smashed my finger on Sunday with the garden loppers. I tried to get into a narrow area. You see how it doesn't look so bad on TV, but that matches the one that I did a couple of weeks ago too. So yeah, it looks like a finger fungus, but no, it's just smashed nails. I am a freaking mess. So I'm staying in, healing, and I'll be there for you guys. Remember what I always used to say in 2018, in 2017, and 2016. Be good to yourself. You're the best friend you'll ever know. I love you guys. Brad loves you. Subscribe when you can, and if you need to, you subscribe because there's more of this nonsense coming through. Press that you like us. Press the bell for updates. and make sure that you take care of yourself because I want to see you again. This is Paul, your Life Under the Palms guy, saying adios.